do we tell Giovanni that Olivia doesn't like him without telling him Olivia doesn't like him? There's no other way. She doesn't like you. And Jeremy's like, I never said that. I never said that. Like, I never said that. Jeremy can go home. You guys know. Let me say something. Jeremy, I was kind of iffy about Isaiah, and he keeps making it worse for me. Like, I don't think I trust him. Like, Amy was crying for multiple reasons, and I don't even think she knew why she was crying. Jeremy wants Florida. Florida wants Jeremy. They can both couple up and go home. Giovanni knows his chances with Olivia is done. I don't know why he didn't know this by episode 1, because Olivia never liked him. Low-key, Florida can go home, because let me tell you what that girl did. Can Cash have one person to herself 100%? Please? Like, can my sis have one person to her? Isaiah needs to go home. Isaiah needs to go home. I think it's his time. I think it's time. Shannon, this is her. I don't even know what else to say. This is her. When it comes to Amy and Jeremy, it's a matter of they both like different people, and then they're mad at each other for both liking different people. Like, make it make sense. No do, Maya, no. Hey everyone, I'm your host Mayoko, and today I am back with another video on Love Island USA Season 3, Episode 9. Let's get straight into the video. First of all, I had no idea this episode was going to be 2 hours, so I'm sitting in front of the TV at 10, and I'm like, why did they just go on commercial? And I look at my phone, and I'm like, it's about to be a 2-hour episode. So the episode starts off with Amy crying. Basically, she's crying because Jeremy picked her for the recoupling, and she had heard that Jeremy just said that apparently they were only friends from Florida. So she's crying and she's talking to Cash. And then as she's talking to Cash, Isaiah pulls Cash away and starts kissing her. And then Amy starts crying. She's like, why would Cash do that when she knows I like Isaiah? Why would she kiss him in front of me? Honestly, Amy was crying for multiple reasons, and I don't even think she knew why she was crying. I feel like she was just crying just to cry. Like, she just wanted to let things go, because I don't even think Amy had a specific reason of why she was crying. I think she just wanted to let some tears out, and that's okay. You know, sometimes you gotta cry to get back on track. When it comes to Amy and Jeremy, it's a matter of they both like different people, and then they're mad at each other for both liking different people. Like, make it make sense. The whole time Amy was crying, I'm like, Amy is really crying because she just wants somebody new to come in the villa. She doesn't care about Jeremy, neither does she care about Isaiah. She's just crying to cry. But she does go on a date with the new guy. In fact, she goes on a date with the 2 new guys who came in. She goes on a date with Slade, and she goes on a date with Wes. She says she really likes her date with Wes, and she really enjoyed it. Mind you, Wes and Cash go on a date as well. So it's kind of like they're always competing for men, both of them. Like, Amy and Cash, my favorite 2 people in the house, are always competing for men, which is crazy. Like, can Cash have one person to herself 100%? Please? Like, can my sis have one person to herself? So Cash is talking about her date with Wes, and she's talking about how she loves it and she really likes him. And she talks about how she thinks she needs to pursue things with Wes as well. So she tells Isaiah, and she's like, oh yeah, I really liked my date with Wes, and I think I'm going to pursue things with him and get to know him a little bit more. Isaiah starts catching a fit. He's like, well, if you want to get to know him, then I think I'm going to back off. Like, Isaiah, shut up. Like, you guys see what I was saying? Remember, like, my other videos? For those of you who have watched my videos, if you haven't, go back and watch them. I was kind of iffy about Isaiah, and he keeps making it worse for me. Like, I don't think I trust him. Like, he was talking to Amy, and he was saying how he's getting to know Amy and Cash. But then Cash is telling him how he wants to get to know him and Wes, and then he's catching a little attitude. Like, Isaiah, bye. Another thing that Isaiah said that really pissed me off during this was when he was talking to Amy, he said something about how he thought making hard decisions was over for him. Why are you saying that if you said you were settled on Cash, and then you're saying you thought making hard decisions was over for you? Isaiah needs to go home. Isaiah needs to go home. I think it's his time. I think it's time. So Amy is telling Olivia how she's sad, and that she heard that Jeremy told Florida that he wanted to just be friends, blah, blah, blah. So Olivia goes and meets Jeremy, and Jeremy's like, I never said that. I never said that. Like, I never said that. And then he's also like, I've told the truth every time to everyone. No, you haven't. That's a lie right there. Look at you lying right in front of Olivia's face, talking about something. You told the truth every time. No, you have not. Jeremy can go home. You guys know. Let me say something. Jeremy, low-key, Florida can go home, because let me tell you what that girl did. Korey, bro, if you don't like Korey, just let him know. I don't understand why these girls are pretending to like people. Like, Florida never liked Korey. You could tell, she never was interested in Korey. Honestly, she was interested in Korey just for the recoupling. Sis just wanted to stay in the house. That's basically what it was, because towards the end of the episode, she's telling Korey how she kissed Jeremy and she's getting to know Jeremy now and she really likes him, that there's a spark there. Jeremy wants Florida. Florida wants Jeremy. They can both couple up and go home. Florida can go home. Jeremy can go home. Who else? Shannon can go home. Shannon, let me tell you guys what Shannon did. During the challenge, Shannon talks too much. Like, Shannon is a blabbermouth. Literally, during the challenge, there was a game where one of the questions was like, tell a secret that nobody knows about someone in the villa. And then Shannon is like, somebody is a virgin. Like, Shannon is so childish. Shannon is a blabbermouth. This is Shannon. This is her. Like, always just talking. Shannon tells Jeremy to pursue Florida. And he's like, you know, you have to do what you want to do in this villa. Don't be scared. Pursue who you want. Blah, 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 blah. Then when Jeremy pulls Florida to go talk to her, then she goes to Korey and she's talking to him and she's like, I can tell you really like her. She's really good for you. Ever since she walked to the villa, I see you've been smiling. So why would you go tell Korey that and then tell Jeremy to steal Korey's girl? Like, Shannon is she's so two-faced. Like, Shannon, oh my goodness, she can go. You guys, if you realize everybody I don't like can leave. Everybody I don't like can leave the villa, honestly. The only thing that Shannon said that made sense this episode is that she told Korey, she was like, listen, you should let Florida basically go with Jeremy right now, because you would hate to go down the line like 3 weeks later and then Florida isn't feeling you like that. That would hurt you even more. That was the only thing she said that made sense, because that's true. Like, if Florida really likes Jeremy, why should she stay with Korey? That makes no sense, because at the end of the day, Korey's going to be hurt. Korey is so genuine and so sweet. Like, I feel so bad for him. They need to bring more girls for him and for Giovanni, because my boy Giovanni is getting it real bad. Let's talk about him real quick. Him and Olivia. Olivia really likes the new guy, Slade, and the new guy really likes her as well. So Giovanni knows his chances with Olivia is done. I don't know why he didn't know this by episode 1, because Olivia never liked him. So I'm surprised as to why he thinks, or he thought, this would go any further than it needed to go. Like, you guys, Olivia didn't like, what's his name? Olivia doesn't like, what's his name? Giovanni. She doesn't. And I feel so bad because I love Giovanni, but it's like, move on, maybe? Like, move on. Like, Olivia doesn't like you. You could tell she doesn't like you. Like, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to find another way to say this. Like, how do we tell Giovanni that Olivia doesn't like him without telling him Olivia doesn't like him? There's no other way. She doesn't like you. During the challenge, Amy goes and kisses Isaiah, and then she's looking at Cash. She's like, should I do it? Cash is like, girl, go do it. And then her and Isaiah kiss so passionately. I'm looking like, this is a lot, but okay. Like, I know it could have been a little, y'all didn't have to go all in, okay? Now that Trina is officially with Cinco, there's no more love triangle. Honestly, they kind of remind me of Kira and Will at the moment. But that's it for tonight's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when I talk about episode 10. Bye, guys.